But more importantly, we have to introduce our first guest. He has over 40 years experience in the entertainment industry and he's currently on the number one most rated talkback show at the moment, 3AW. Please put your hands together for Jeremy Kewley. How's it going, mate? Jump in the bed, mate. Jump in the bed. Come in, come in. How are you?
I'm mighty fine. I'm looking forward to getting into bed with you.
I know, this is exciting.
All day I've waited with this moment.
Oh, look, the dog's
The
dog's going to join us as well. How's things, mate? How's things?
Oh, good. I'll go
That's
to sleep
good.
now. No, I'm mighty fine. Yes, good to be here.
Now, Jeremy, tell me something, mate.
Yes, sir.
You've had over 40 years experience in the entertainment industry.
Not quite 40, but getting close.
Getting close, okay.
Don't add on years yet.
Okay. Now, your first gig was back in 1975.
Yes, it was.
On that feature film, what was it called again?
The Devil's Playground.
That's right, The Devil's Playground.
Yep.
Now, how old were you when you first got your gig?
I was 14 when I shot that picture. 14?
Yep. Wow, that's amazing. And what was it like as an actor, you know, getting your first gig on a serious feature film?
It was fantastic. It was terrific, and it was an interesting experience because it's set in the 1950s in a Catholic boys' school, and there were 40 boys, about 40 of us working on the film. And it was in winter, and it was cold, and it was down at Werribee, in the Royal Werribee Mansion. And I very much recall that by the end of the first week, about 30 of the kids were getting pretty bored. By the end of the shoot, they were really bored. I mean, filmmaking is a slow process. And about 10 of us who just enjoyed ourselves the whole time and kind of knew. I remember being aware that I kind of really felt at home. I just knew that it really felt right. Yeah. And it's interesting that those 10 people are all still working in the industry in some way. Wow. Some are writers, some are directors, some are actors. But yeah, I mean, you know, I think a lot of people go into filmmaking and think it's going to be great, and then there's a realisation perhaps it's not quite as exciting as they thought. But
now, you also run classes and you also mentor some of the up-and-coming Australian actors out there. You said in one of your interviews that it's a very delicate process in terms of an actor that's just come out of school will actually, you know, go for an audition, not get it, go for 6 or 7 others, still not get it, and then, you know, not work in the entertainment industry ever again. What would you say to combat that for our viewers out there that want to come into the industry?
Well, I wouldn't say too much, actually. I mean, I think that it's the law of the jungle. I think that it's just a psychological process that what I meant by that was that I've met people who got a job, whether they were in drama school or not. They get into Neighbours, they get into whatever it is at a young age or whatever, and they get their first or second job. They might not work for a year after that, but that knowledge that they got that first job will keep them going for a long time because they think, well, I got that first job, I must have done something right. Whereas if you go for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 auditions and don't get any of them, for some people, psychologically, that can just be a punch in the face followed by another punch in the face, another punch in the face, and that can mean a lot of people just give up. It's hard. It's very difficult. It's very difficult. And
but how did you manage to keep it going for 40 years? Like, you've never had any other jobs. All you've been doing is entertainment, acting, you know, presenting and that sort of thing. And now you're on 3AW as well, the talk show, back show. Well, and how did you keep it going? Like, what's the secret?
Well, a secret, I suppose.
Apart from talents, obviously, raw talent.
Being versatile.
Yep.
Being able to, I mean, there's the old joke about, you know, someone says, can you ride a horse? And you say, sure, I can ride a horse. And then you go and quickly learn. It's kind of a bit like that.
Okay.
I've been fortunate in a way, but a part of it is being versatile, and someone says, can you do that? And you go, yeah, I guess I could do that, like radio, and that came out of the blue. You know, literally 2 years ago, I was at a function with Dennis Walter, who hosts the afternoon show on 3AW, and he said, you should come and do my show. You'd be good on radio. I said, okay. And I'll do radio.
Fantastic.
Being versatile, and also just keep my ear to the ground. I'm very sort of proactive, I suppose, and I make sure that whether it's Planet Unearth or whatever, if I'm asked to do something or go somewhere and meet someone, I go. I try and see one play and one film every week. I'm always out doing things, seeing things. So I meet people. I do a lot of short films. I just do stuff all the time. You've got to be in the mix, I think.
Fantastic. All right. Well, Jeremy, look, thank you for joining us on Planet Unearth here today.
My pleasure.
Now, you've got a feature film coming out in 2012 that you've just finished.
Called Frank and Jerry.
Cool. And where can we see that?
I have no idea.
Not yet?
Hopefully, at a big... Not yet. I have no idea. The distribution's not my area, but hopefully there's a cinema near you.
Fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Jeremy Kewley.